Joe, do you know what month it is?
Yeah.
It's October, baby. It's October.
Is it?
You know what that means?
Scary season.
We're doing nothing but scary movies. We've been talking about doing this for a while. So for the month of October, Cozy, what were you calling this? The
butcher's block.
the butcher's block of movies.
We're putting all your favorite horror movies. Wait,
Hold on.
just our
Wrong.
our favorite.
Well,
I don't even know if that's right.
What are we doing, Greg?
So this week on Prime Cut, we're taking a detour off a Texas highway and straight into the meat grinder of sequels. We're doing Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part Deuce. So Tobe Hopper, who's the original director, didn't just return. He doubled down on this and decided to give a dual-wielding chainsaw role to Dennis Hopper. We've got Leatherface love awkwardness and chili cook-off where the secret ingredient is, let's just say it's not cumin. I'm going to go out and say that this movie's not great. This was my pick, by the way.
Hold on, Greg. Welcome to the Prime Cut Podcast, a movie discussion show aimed at recommending deep cuts, flawed gems, and forgotten masterpieces. What are we doing again, Greg? What movie is this? Who directed it? What year?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. This is the direct sequel to the original. And they got the director back for this. I believe they made this like 10 years after the original movie. So
12 years.
12 years after the original, which is, it's wild. You know, they didn't do sequels back then. Sequels were not really a thing in the 70s. So,
well, let's talk about this month's project, right? It's scary season. October is here. Fall weather, apple cider, pumpkin patch, leaves are changing. I don't know about for you guys in Texas.
PSL, pumpkin spice lattes.
Yeah, it's still probably in the 90s, but in the Midwest, it's really great. That said, we are selecting 4 films to discuss. So we're dropping, usually we drop when we're in season, we drop every other week, we drop a movie. This month, we're dropping 4, 1 a week. And this is one of those 4. Greg, I think we need to highlight this, Mark. This is a Greg selection, clearly. Hey. Anybody who watches movie, the second you watch it, based on this recommendation, be like, oh, this is what Greg wanted to watch.
Yeah.
You'll know exactly why. Yeah.
So the second I was done watching this movie, I was like, oh boy, should we do this movie?
Yeah.
But in true Prime Cut fashion, we would never do, well, we might, but it wouldn't be true to ourselves if we did Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original.
Too good.
It's a great movie.
Good.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah. And I think that this is one that's often overlooked. When this movie first came out.
For good reason.
Yeah. Sometimes some would say for good reason.
Yeah. Well, this is not the worst one, by the way. There's some bad Chainsaw Massacre movies.
It's in the conversation.
Yeah.
It's in the playoffs. It's in the bracket.
It's in the playoffs.
The one with
made the playoffs this
McConaughey
year.
is pretty bad. If you've ever seen that one's not great. But this one, it's got a cult status following. Dennis Hopper, when he did this movie, he didn't like it. He was like, this is not a good movie. He was like,
really?
Yeah. He just
smart guy.
Yeah. But the more that he would go to conventions, people kept like shouting out lines to him about it. And then it kind of just grew over the years. So I'll say this about it. I feel like this is a good movie to watch for the month of October with some popcorn. If you want some campy, schlocky horror, I think it falls into that.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's important that we talk about the Texas Chainsaw universe, I guess, or like the ideas there. And the main reason I say is because that is kind of we're reflecting a lot of the themes, and we're kind of inverting some of the characterizations of the original movie and what it was going for. I'll tell you this, Greg. If the guy who directed the original movie, Tobe Hopper, if he did not direct this movie, I think I would protest our selection of this.
I
Like,
agree.
if it was not done by him, I'd be like, this is sacrilegious.
Yeah. And so there's a lot to be said there about that as well. Tobe Hooper did the original one, and it was supposed to have, like, if you've never seen the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it's a must see. Go watch that. Definitely watch that. That is a great movie to watch during the month of October. It's the original one's the best one, in my opinion, out of all of them.
I think it's one of the trifecta horror movies. I think there are I think there are three like main horror movies.
Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween, and what's your third? Jason?
Exorcist.
Okay.
Yeah, I think those are like the roots of all modern horror movies. I think maybe you could put Jaws in there, even though I guess Jaws is a horror movie. I don't know. Just those, the three that were Halloween, Texas Chainsaw, and Exorcist. I think they each kind of have their own lane. Sometimes those lanes overlap, but they are like, at least the first two are low budget, smart ideas, somewhat drawn from like modern day serial killer style crime, almost that is ripped from the headlines type of stuff. And I think that they obviously spawn like their own franchises, but they also inform so many different horror movies moving forward. And then I think you kind of add Exorcists in as like the supernatural side of things. If you want to throw Jaws in for like more of the like nature and
creature feature,
beast creature stuff. Yeah, exactly. So the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it feels like the way it's filmed and the way it's shot. It comes out in 1974. I think it cost $140,000 to make in the 70s. Not very much money to make. I believe that number is correct. And it's one of these movies where there are no stars in it. And the way it's shot and presented to you is it feels like you're watching like a newsreel or like a crime, like documentary almost about this bloody massacre, really. This crazy family that has killed people on the roads in West Texas. And I think because it's so serious, that's why Tobe Hooper can get away with some of the stuff that he gets away with in this movie.
Man, there's so much lore behind this movie specifically. They offered him an absurd amount of money to come back and do it. So the first one cost, how much did you say, Joe? $140,000?
I think it's $140,000.
I'm on it.
So $140,000. Producer Mark's looking it up.
Like no special effects. Like they didn't have any of like the budget that like the studio tools that a lot of movies have. Even in the 1970s, they didn't have any of that.
So to bring him back for the sequel, which, like I said at the beginning, sequels weren't really a thing during this time period. There were very few movies that had sequels. Star Wars doing a sequel was a big deal. You had The Godfather did the trilogy, but there weren't a lot of sequels. So even for the 80s, like towards like the mid 80s, I think that's where we started to like figure out like, oh, we can do multiple of the horror movies sequels, right? But for this one, they offered him millions and millions of dollars.
Billions and billions.
And by the time they got to production, they had cut that in like to, I think, down 25% of what they originally offered him, which was crazy. But one of the things I love about this movie is that they brought in my dude, Tom Savini.
Yeah.
And
legend.
I feel like we talked about Tom Savini before. Was that what didn't we talk about that? Was he in Big Trouble in Little China? Or
he's not in that.
No, but I mean, did he have a part to play in that?
I don't know if he did the makeup for that or not. I know he's in the original Dawn of the Dead, and he did all the makeup for a lot of the Romero movies. He's like a legendary makeup special effects guy, like the original guy.
Yeah, he's got a special effects school out in like Pittsburgh, somewhere out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's the man when it comes to practical horror special effects. I mean, he was in Dusk Till Dawn.
Yep. He's a very recognizable. Like he's got kind of long hair and a big mustache. If you saw him you'd probably be like, oh, I've seen that guy before, because he does pop up in movies. But his main like shtick is gore and horror and effects, because he didn't do The Thing, right? That's H.R. Geiger, I think.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to remember where we talked about it, because I know we talked about Tom Savini before,
Well,
but
he's in From Dusk Till Dawn.
yeah. So in Dust Till Dawn, he's the guy that's got the gun that's like strapped to like his belt buckle that's got like two barrels under it. Then
And Machete.
oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he's in both of those. That's probably his most recognizable role. But he's the man. He's the one that did the special effects for this. So interestingly enough, he did the effects for this, and the studio kept saying, "You got to cut it. It's too much. We're not going to get an R rating. We're gonna get like an X rating or something else," which is crazy, because when you see it now, you're like, I mean, it's whatever.
We've
It's almost
seen
goofy.
worse. Yeah.
Yeah, there's worse on TV.
Yeah, now by today's standards, for sure.
Right.
But at that time, there's so much of his work got cut out that it got passed around as extra scenes on VHS tapes for years, where they were like, these are the scenes that are missing from TCM 2. And so
Ooh.
some of it was only like still shots, because it just disappeared from the time period, like it wasn't saved the same way as everything's digitalized nowadays. So there's a lot of lore there with some deleted scenes, but they're supposed to be some of his best work. I know that the fight scene at the end of this movie, Dennis Hopper gets into a fight with Leatherface, and there's a whole scene that's cut out where he supposedly jams a chainsaw into Leatherface's stomach, and like his guts spill out everywhere.
Yeah.
And that stuff never made the cut. The
Yeah.
dump.
So I want to talk about Tobe Hopper really quick. I think he's kind of like the most important figure in this film production. I guess Hopper is a big part of it. We're gonna talk about him too. But Greg, when I was doing the research for this, did you know? Okay, the clock tower shooting in the 60s, 1966, Charles Whitman, famous shooting in Austin, Texas. This guy climbed up to this big clock tower that's kind of like a monument in the Capitol, and fired on people during the day walking around campus.
Yeah, UT students. I think it got the most. That story got the most traction in Full Metal Jacket. You remember that?
Yeah. Well, Tobe Hooper went to UT was attending the university at the time, was there during the shooting, and a police officer who was standing near him was shot and killed.
That's
it was like
crazy.
part of, which is like probably got to be some version of like informing why he wanted to go into horror movies, I guess. I don't know. It just that's too coincidental to be like, oh, and then he had this career where he directed horror films, like something that may have like changed him or something. I don't know. Speculation, obviously, but very notable that the director of one of the most influential horror films of all time in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, not 8 years before, was present for like a extremely controversial and violent mass shooting where people died, including someone right next to him.
When I was looking at his movie credentials, were you surprised at the lack of big movies he's done?
Yeah, really the only other movie that I even knew, honestly, was, well, he did two that I knew about: Poltergeist and Salem's Lot. Poltergeist is kind of like a Spielberg produced movie. It's pretty good. That's the girl on the TV where she's like, the snow on the TV, the little girl's like got her hands pressing against that. That's a good movie.
Isn't that the one with the line where she says they're here?
Yeah, it's good. I like that movie. And Salem's Lot, I don't know if I've seen that in a really long time. There's a bunch of different versions of it, but this was the first one, and that's based on a Stephen King novel that he but really, yeah, other than that, like he mainly sticks to he really only sticks to horror, and it's like a bunch of movies like Body Bags, The Mangler,
You're not familiar
Crocodile.
with Crocodile?
No, I've never seen that. Mortuary.
Unreal.
Like these sound like made up movies that, like this sounds like made up stuff.
But I think
But-
that these are like campy, like
Oh yeah.
B movies for sure.
They've
B
gotta
movie
be, dude.
horror
The
movies.
Fun House.
And I think that any one of those could probably be fun to put on, watch
Yeah.
with some friends, and during the month of October, and go, "This is horrible,"
Yeah.
but it could
That's
be
what
fun
this
to
movie
watch. You know,
For sure. Yeah, there's something out that you're what you're getting going into that. And I think this movie starts with like a narration, which I think is pretty good. Basically,
cool.
yeah, like giving you kind of the update on, hey, 13 years ago, this family was murdering, road people on the road. The crimes were never solved. It starts very serious, and then like right away it becomes like a joke.
yeah, it takes a turn. I think that they called it. I think he called it a dark comedy, and the whole thing with this movie is that the critics of the original Chainsaw Massacre, it got a lot of heat when the first movie came out. A lot of people didn't like it. I mean, now it's like a beloved movie, but the original one wasn't so well received. And so this one, he kind of doubled down on the campiness of it all. So when they came out with it, the advertisements for this movie were just like really wacky in general. Like I've got this up on the screen right now. This was the movie poster that came out for this movie. And it looks like The Breakfast Club, but it's Chainsaw Massacre. And they're like posed exactly the same as The Breakfast Club.
Wow.
You've got Bender
That's
back
awesome.
there, and you've got, you've got Leatherface doing the same thing. But it's one of those
Never
things
seen
that
that.
when that poster came out in theaters, advertising the movie that it was part 2, people didn't know if it was real. They were like, is that real? Is this like a prank? Like they've
Mhm.
got like the Chainsaw Massacre people, but they're posed like Breakfast Club. So there was a lot of confusion with the marketing around this movie as well, which kind of lends to Tobe doubling down on like the real schlocky, like
Yeah.
comedy aspect of it.
Dude, the tagline is after a decade of silence, the buzz is back.
That's right. With a lot of Z's. Buzz.
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
I think it knew what it was going to be.
For sure.
As he was directing it, he probably knew what he was going to do. The marketing, I mean, I think it's cool that they kind of took a risk on the fun side of the marketing. They could have marketed it fucking, I don't know, horribly. This, if I would have seen this in the 80s, I'd be like, hell yeah. I want to see that shit.
But in the 80s, people weren't really doing things like that either. So it was confusing, you know? Without the internet,
Mhm.
people didn't realize like, hey, this is real. This is an actual
Well,
movie.
You were there, Greg.
I
right?
was there.
Well,
Let me tell you about
well-
the days of the 80s. I'm going to tell you a little something, Mark. I'm going to blow your mind
Yeah.
right now. You ready?
Yeah.
So today, if you want to go to a movie, you go onto your phone, most likely, and you buy some tickets. You're like, I'm going to go
Yeah.
to the draft house. Or even if you don't live in somewhere that has a draft house, you're like, I'm just going to buy my tickets online. I'm going to go to the movies. In the 80s, and Joe will remember this, you had to get the newspaper. And in the newspaper, it would tell you the times for the movies. And then you would have to show up and hope it doesn't sell out. The other thing,
Yeah,
and this was
no pre-order.
a little bit after that, is you could call them on the phone and they
I
would,
remember Movie Phone.
and they would tell you the movies that were playing and the time that they were playing at. You'd be like, hey, let's go to the movies. Okay, what are we going to see? I don't know. And like on the phone, it would give you like little descriptions of the movies as well. It was almost like trailers over the phone. Wildest times. Like kids
Wild
today,
times.
never gonna
Bring it back.
That's a deep memory for some people right there. Some people probably
Wild
forgot about
times.
that and how crazy it was. Hey, so let's talk about
Should we
Dennis
talk Dennis
Hopper.
Hopper here? Yeah, let's talk Dennis Hopper.
Okay, so Dennis Hopper.
What's your first exposure?
My first exposure to Dennis Hopper. I don't know, maybe Easy Rider.
Oh wow. Get out. No fucking way.
Yeah, man.
1969.
Yeah.
No, my first exposure is Speed.
Oh, he was great in Speed too. Yeah.
Pop quiz hot shot. Yeah, come on, Speed.
The other one I think about is Waterworld.
Waterworld.
Ooh,
I also
horrible.
think of Apocalypse Now. Ooh, Waterworld's kind
Horrible,
of
by the
good.
way.
I kind
I
of
don't think
like
it's horrible.
Waterworld.
No,
I
no,
did
no,
too.
no, 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 no,
Waterworld's
no,
good.
no, no,
Now I'm
no,
doubling down.
no, no,
Waterworld
no.
is good.
Yeah,
Greg,
yeah,
we might
you
have
think
to
it's
fucking
good.
do Waterworld.
No, we're not. We're not
Now
doing
you
Waterworld.
just willed us to do
No,
Waterworld.
that
I
movie's
think it's on the
fucking-
slate now.
No, because you know what's gonna happen? Here's a little behind the scenes. Y'all are gonna agree to watch it, right? You're gonna go see it, and you're gonna be like,
No,
gonna
it's
be
good,
like,
this is fucking. Why is this movie so boring?
You'd be
I've
like, this
seen
is
it
like
in water.
Bloodsport. I'm gonna go watch it as soon as we're done with this podcast.
Fuck,
You're gonna go
Bloodsport.
straight to sleep.
Bloodsport was good content though, because Bloodsport was, we were so pumped, and it was just like, oh fuck, dude, I expected the fights to be really good, and they were shit.
Yeah,
That
that's
one
true.
haunts us. That one, I still go to sleep and I like
does.
shiver a little bit.
Yeah. It's bad.
And then we also got to talk about I always say this: the best scene I've ever seen in any movie ever. Dennis Hopper, Christopher Walken, True Romance. They've got one
Yeah,
scene
True
together,
Romance. Yep.
and that's in my top 3 probably for best scenes of all time. It's just so good.
This is gonna sound
Yeah,
fucked up, but I think my first exposure was him as King Koopa.
In
Mario Bros.
Mario Bros. That's right.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And,
You know, he had like a resurgence in the 90s, and that's why, like, I think we probably have that like era of Hopper, like not elderly, older Hopper. But he was, I mean, he was very much like a huge part of, if not a huge star, like very involved in the 50s and 60s of kind of the end of old Hollywood. He was in Rebel Without a Cause and Giant, which are both James Dean films, like the James Dean movies. He was in those movies.
James Dean
He was
only
in a
did a
bunch
handful
of westerns.
He only did a handful
Exactly.
of movies, and Dennis
Yep.
Hopper was in them.
Dennis Hopper was in
209 credits.
Yeah, he was in a bunch of westerns, bunch of John Wayne westerns. He's in True Grit. He's in Sons of Katie Helder. He's in Cool Hand Luke. Like, he's in a lot of these like classic Hollywood films in the 50s and 60s. Then he's also part of like the new Hollywood, which is like the wave, which is basically like Easy Rider, Apocalypse Now, American Friend. So after you get this like new wave of Hollywood, which is basically like a lot of young filmmakers at the time, like Martin Scorsese, start making these movies, and it was kind of a countercultural approach to filmmaking, and Hopper is kind of in the center of that for a while. And I mean, Blue Velvet, these, you know, it kind of stretches through the 80s. He kind of goes away for a while and comes back in the 80s, Blue Velvet, and then does this and this movie in the same year, and then has that push in the 90s where it's like, oh shit, he's like kind of an elder statesman. Speed, Waterworld, True Romance. He got we're not even mentioning, he got an Academy Award for Hoosiers, which he also did this year. 1986 for Dennis Hopper was like incredible. Blue Velvet, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, Hoosiers, where he wins an Oscar.
So
Pretty great.
He did these 3 movies, and I could absolutely see why he would do these 3 and go, man, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2 is one of the worst movies I've ever done.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, it grew this cult status with the fans, and so he eventually grew around to actually, I kind of like it. I didn't realize it would have the staying power it did. He thought it was just going to disappear. I don't know if
Greg, have you seen the movie Colors, 1988?
Oh man, that's great.
Sean Penn, Robert Duvall.
Yeah.
Dennis Hopper directed it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I think we talked about Colors at one point off camera, and I like that movie. That's a good movie.
It's good. I like it. It's very good.
Sean Penn is great in that movie.
Sean Penn's good. Duvall's good in everything. You know, he's born in Dodge City, Kansas, by the way.
That's where Wyatt Earp is from, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Very dangerous town in the 1800s. That's right.
Where's Dodge City?
It's Western Kansas.
Okay.
But he lived in he grew up in KCMO, Kansas,
Oh,
Missouri.
I didn't know
Went
that.
to the Kansas City Art Institute, bro, right by the Nelson.
Hey, I feel like there's a handful of famous actors that have come out of that area.
Yeah, there's a couple. There's some I mean, Chris Cooper's from this area, Kansas City area, Independence. Don Cheadle. Not Mickey Mouse, but Walt Disney spent a lot of time in Kansas City.
Mickey Mouse, yeah.
I mean,
Spent a
him
little
too.
bit of time with
Just
Kendrick
created here.
Hey,
Steamboat Willie.
so I don't know if you know this. As far as Dennis Hopper roles go in Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, did you see that he did method acting for this?
Fuck no, but that's funny as shit.
Dude, he went method acting
Get
for
the
this
fuck out of
role.
here.
So
Why?
when he saw the script, he basically thought Exorcist, he played Hamlet, and then he
What the
gave
hell?
Campy is what he did at the end of the day.
Wow.
So he was walking around the set saying things like talking about like devil and Satan, got to bring him down and stuff like that. And
I mean,
like,
he's got some cheesy ass line.
got
Like
some
he's like
good-
chewing scenery. Oh yeah.
He's got
oh
some good
yeah,
ones,
yeah.
though.
There's some good ones. When he's like talking about Brazos to the cop.
Just a bunch of stuff like that. He went method. That's so funny that he went method for this, which is out of the 3 movies he did in this year, it's easily the fucking worst one. And he won an award. He won an Oscar for another movie that he did this year, but he went method in Texas Chainsaw
I
Massacre.
feel like he wasn't even in this that much. Am I crazy with saying that?
You know, Mark, there was definitely parts of this movie where I was like, Dennis Hopper's been off screen for 35 minutes. Where the fuck
A
is
long
he?
fucking
Yeah.
time.
Yes.
That's fair.
This movie
so-
spends a lot of time with the fucking with Leatherface and the other guy who I hated.
Chop Top?
Chop Top.
I hated
Dude,
that.
Bill
Chop Top's
Moseley.
that's such a Greg character.
That's
Yes.
Bill
You know
what I
Moseley,
mean?
though.
I don't care who it is.
Do you know who
fucking
Bill
hate
Moseley
that
is,
guy.
right?
Yeah, but I
Okay.
hated this character.
Okay, so he's obnoxious for sure.
Mark, you're
He's-
so right. This is so
he's-
Greg.
He's repetitive, very repetitive.
Yes.
Go on, Bill.
So Bill Moseley got the role for this movie by making a parody film of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He made a movie called Texas Chainsaw Manicure. And
Uh-huh.
Tobe Hooper
Go on.
saw it and he basically put him in this movie because of that.
He fucking sucks.
Not we're not saying he sucks.
Yeah,
No,
this
But I
character.
think the
but-
character of Chop Top is a little over the top, which I think kind of it like allured this sense of darkness with this agitating, just like repetitiveness, shit, screaming. He's like saying these same one line. I get it. Bill Moseley's a fucking G though. I'll say that.
Yeah. Bill Moseley, I think he's most known for his role in probably Devil's Rejects.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He has
And-
another guy. He's another guy who has like fucking just 200 credits. He's been in everything.
You know, he doesn't even really like horror from what I've read, which is
You're
wild.
telling me the guy that was in Gory Hole
Yeah.
doesn't like horror?
Jesus.
It's wild, right?
I don't
He's
know,
so
man.
fucking annoying in this movie.
So the premise of this movie, just real quick, is basically that we're picking up Chainsaw Massacre where the last one left off in so many ways, and we've got the family of cannibals, and we've got 2 heroes. Our heroes are Dennis Hopper and what's the girl's name in this movie? Her name is Stretch, but what's
Stretch.
what's the actor's name?
Caroline Williams. She's a babe.
She's like
Yeah.
she's like the campy queen, I think, of this genre. She's been in so much shit. Sharknado,
She
was in
is great
Sharknado?
in this.
What else has she been in, Mark?
dude. Hold on.
Halloween
well, okay.
2.
Did y'all enjoy her in this?
I did.
I think she's awesome in this.
I think she's
She's like the redeeming quality of this.
Her
Yeah,
her and Dennis Hopper are my favorite parts of this movie.
for sure. She's great.
She's in hit classics like Psycho Granny. She was actually in the Renfield movie. I think that was Nick Cage.
Yeah, the Nick Cage. Did you
It's
see
funny.
that one, Joe?
Of course.
Is that one good? Is that worth watching?
No. But I mean,
It was-
Cage is
it
hilarious
was
in it.
okay.
Okay,
I mean,
so
she's Halloween 2, Nip Tuck. She's in a lot of stuff.
Days of Thunder.
she was in Halloween too.
Yeah,
Like
apparently.
the original Halloween 2 or the Rob Zombie Halloween 2?
2009 Dr. Maple.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Which I don't hate those. I don't hate the zombie Halloween. I like the
I
first
love me
zombie.
some zombie. Yeah.
I like the first Rob Zombie Halloween. I like it.
I like the
That's
first one.
controversial, I'm sure.
I don't
People
like
hate
the
those
second one.
movies.
Hit
I don't remember
classics
the
like
second one.
Stepfather 2, Make Room for Daddy.
Weird. That's weird. I think she is like really, really captivating in this movie. Not from like she's doing a lot, but she's just like, I just like her.
How about she was so captivating that Leatherface had a little romance with her?
Yeah,
I think we got
like that stuff is just like, what the fuck?
I think at that point we let that one go. You know, I don't know if we do that scene. Well, I know we'll talk about it.
Let's talk about it right now.
No.
Let's just talk about it now. Get it out of the way so Greg gets his jollies off.
Scene's too long.
I
Too
agree.
fucking long.
By 5 times too long. Yes,
okay,
Mark.
I agree with that. I feel like there was a lot of scenes in this movie that I was like, what's with the pacing of this movie? All these scenes are too long.
The movie would have been an hour long.
But the scenes,
much like this podcast, we're going to be stretching to fit commentary.
That's why they call her Stretch, because she stretches the shit. Every scene she's in, it's like 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, 6, 7 minutes, way too long.
Did you say 6, 7? Did
6, 7?
Did you not like her in this movie, Mark?
So Joe's confused. I think as far as final girls go, I had to kind of, she can be in the conversation, but you almost have to take her out because of how campy this movie is. You can't take her serious. The screaming, again, I think she did it well. I think what she did was exactly what she needed to do and like overreact and be like scared. But the fucking scenes are too long. I was like, ugh, God. I like turned it down because she's for like 3 minutes. Stop.
It's a lot. I just wanted to go on a date with her. I thought she was really attractive.
I mean,
radio DJ seems like a fun hang. I don't know. Liked her haircut, jean shorts. I thought she was great.
Listen, I think that she makes some questionable choices in the stuff she decides to play on the air. Like nothing screams bad ratings like an actual chainsaw killing on the air.
That was weird. Yeah. So there's a scene where, okay, so she's a radio DJ. These guys who I couldn't wait for them to be slaughtered. They were so annoying. The two guys
they were
in the
so
beginning.
cool.
So, yeah, they call in to her station and Leatherface is attacking them. And there's some FAA rule where you can't hang, or maybe it's FAA's airlines. Sorry, pardon me, FCC rule where I guess you can't hang up on a caller. Which I didn't.
I was going to ask.
Sports Talk Radio hangs up on people all the time.
It almost seemed like they couldn't, like they didn't have the option.
They were trying to,
like they don't have a button.
Yeah, they don't have a button.
They were trying to like unplug things and
oh shit,
stuff.
Weird.
It's a one-way call, and they have to. The person who calls, I guess, has to end.
That just seems like
very
a
very
real
weird,
flawed system.
I'm not sure why we included that in the movie, but at one point, this killing goes on for a while, and she's trying to get off the phone, but then later she links up with Dennis Hopper, or he finds out, and he's like, play that on, that's going to help me with this investigation. And we're going to talk about his character too. Play that on the radio. And she plays it on like the local college UT radio, which is like, what the fuck did they do this for? I don't know. Very confusing. The other thing that's confusing, Dennis Hopper plays a former Texas Ranger, but we don't know why he's former. They don't talk about like, so the movie starts and it's kind of like, oh, we're expecting that he's been like disgraced or he's too hardcore and he had to leave the Rangers or something. And they never explain why he's not in the Rangers anymore or why he is like obsessed with figuring this out, the massacre out, other than he's somehow related to the victims. Is that right, Greg?
I think it was just happening in his city.
Yeah.
Right? Wasn't that his thing?
I think that's right.
Like, there's been a string
I won't
of murders.
rest.
I won't let this happen in my city.
If there's something that I'm not letting happen during the OU-UT Red Rivalry weekend, it's Chainsaw
Right.
Massacre killings.
And
It's
I think
just
this
like
takes
he like
place in
beats the
Dallas.
police
Yeah.
to all these places. It's so funny.
It's
It's like,
yeah.
what?
Hey,
There was a couple of times where I was like, huh?
all right, so if you're from Texas, there's so many little hidden gems here that happen throughout
And if
the
you're
movie.
not, it makes no sense.
And if you're not, it makes no sense. Yes.
Kansas boy
But
over here.
but like that bridge scene, that's around Austin, like that's off Bastrop, off
Yeah.
of Loop 150, I believe.
I do have something to say about that bridge.
Yeah.
That bridge is not that long.
No, it's not.
Not by a long shot.
So here's one thing that I didn't get. Okay. This movie, there's the backdrop of this movie, at least in the beginning, is the UT Red River Shootout. UT OU. Big deal.
Mhm.
That
Huge.
takes place when it's an Austin, Texas game, home game. It takes place in Austin because that's where the university
Dallas.
In
is.
Dallas.
Dallas.
It's a what do you call it?
Neutral
It's an
site.
Even,
Yeah, I think
it's a
they
neutral
I think they
site,
do
the
it at the
Cotton Bowl.
Cotton Bowl in Dallas.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this takes place in Dallas,
Yes,
Yes.
but they filmed it in Austin.
correct.
What the fuck?
it's better. It's just a better place to film.
Well,
You wanna
yeah,
film
but
in
why
Dallas.
wouldn't you just make it like a UT game? I don't know. Again, don't ask questions because
Don't
there's some you're like,
understand
I don't get
the
this.
history of Texans and how important it is.
Hey, this is a big deal game. Like as
a
far as
big deal.
college
Sure.
football
Oh, yeah.
goes,
Big
it-
deal.
They put
Big
the
deal.
whole Texas State Fair in the same like weekend.
Sure,
Yeah.
it's
You
a
know,
big
it's
deal.
a big deal.
Yeah.
Everybody really cares about what these 19-year-olds are doing.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Listen, have you ever been
Big
to the
deal.
Kansas
Oh.
State Fair?
No.
Have you ever
fuck
been to
no.
a state fair?
No.
Oh my god.
This explains a lot. Yeah, this
got
explains
it.
a lot.
Yeah.
He's never had a foot-long coney. I understand now.
No. I've been to Renaissance Festival. That's plenty.
No, this is not
Mm.
anything like that, man.
No,
Like if you go to a
it's-
state fair, I've been to state fairs in multiple states, and you always need to go to them wherever
Why?
you're at.
Tell me
be-
why, Greg.
Because whatever it
Culture.
is, it's going to be fried on a stick, and it is always absolutely crazy. I think Mark
Aren't you
went
vegan?
I
You're
had
vegetarian.
vegetarian.
So what are you
I
eating
had-
on a stick that's fried?
Bro,
As a
let me tell
I
you,
had fried
a carrot?
pasta.
he had fried pasta.
That's disgusting.
It was pretty mediocre. I'm not
That
gonna lie.
sounds horrible.
It was very
I
expensive.
got colossal olives that were stuffed with mozzarella at the Minnesota State Fair.
let me paint you a picture, Joe. Imagine
Okay.
this: a pickle
Yeah.
covered
Uh-huh.
in chamoy,
Oh,
dipped in Fruit Loops,
yes. Go on. Wrapped in a fruit
wrapped
roll-up?
in a fruit roll-up.
And you ate it?
I took it to the dome. I didn't even do it sideways. Just
He ate that pickle
Straight
long
in.
ways.
So
I ate the
disgusting.
pickle long ways. It was the most delicious thing I've ever had in my life.
Where?
I
Texas?
can't wait.
Texas State
That was
Fair.
at the Dallas State, Texas State Fair.
Anyways, that's a backdrop for
Well,
this.
that doesn't come up ever in this movie, so I don't know why we talked about it for 5
Hey,
minutes. But moving on.
Hey, so this is this first kill at the beginning of the movie is probably my favorite kill, honestly.
So
Okay.
good. So good.
So basically, we've got these two obnoxious guys calling into the radio, and they won't hang up. They've been calling the radio DJ, bothering Stretch, that's her name, all day, and they decide to play chicken with some farm truck. And during the
Cool
day,
truck.
cool truck. That truck's hard. It's like a square body GMC.
Hard truck.
Anyways, they run it off the road. Later on, it's nighttime, and they run into that same truck on the bridge. But now the truck blocks the bridge, and these guys are in a convertible BMW, and the truck starts driving backwards next to them, parallel with them, and all of a sudden you see this giant skeleton guy like pop up on the back, and it's like it's campy, it's cheesy,
Looks
but
like a
it's
crib keeper.
yes, it looks like the Crypt Keeper, right? And then we hear the chainsaw like rip roaring. Hey, real quick, fun fact: the guy, the stuntman that played that, his name is Tom Mora. He also played Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees in some other movies. So this guy's done like a trifecta of
He's
like
a vet. He's
of-
a vet.
yeah, these movies. Anyways, the cool kill here is, and this is probably my hard moment, is he takes the chainsaw and just starts sawing the car in half. And at one point, the passenger is like freaking out. He doesn't realize that the driver's head got sawed, and you just see it kind of slide sideways across the top of it. And then you get the Tom
funny.
Savini like blood squirts. It's cool.
good.
That's
The scene was badass.
yeah.
Let me ask you a tactical, logistical question here.
Go on.
Okay. You're driving
Uh-huh.
fast.
Yeah.
This car's next to you driving fast.
Are you going to say hit the brakes?
Yeah. Why don't you do that?
Because then they'll
I
hit the
don't get
brakes
it.
too, Joe. They'll hit the brakes too. Now we're.
But then you can
now
go
what?
faster or back. We can throw them off. What are we
Look,
doing?
You're acting like this movie cost
You're right.
$4.5 million to make.
You're right,
It
Mark.
did. It did.
It did.
But I feel like logic went out the window.
Yeah.
This bridge was probably the length of 10 football fields.
Yeah, it's
when in
the longest
reality,
bridge. It's like the fucking what's the bridge in the Florida Keys? It's like 6 miles long or whatever.
It's
like
the it's the equivalent of the bridge that goes into the ocean and out the other side.
Yeah, it's huge.
This bridge probably is only the size of like crossing a river.
Right.
So, logic aside,
Very fair.
the shot when his head's cut off, it's like from the back.
Yeah.
And like he's like still driving.
Yeah, it's
like,
funny. That's when you're like,
that was
okay,
good now.
we're playing for laughs here. Because up until then, there's still like the element of like, oh shit, is this going to be like scary? This truck's kind of scary, and
that part was kind of scary, right?
yeah.
Look,
my hard moment's coming up. It's not that.
So that they crash, basically the crash site was like 183 in Montopolis in Austin. That's where they like jammed the car up there. And we get some cool Dennis Hopper scenes where like he shows up and starts like investigating the crash scene.
Which is so fucking funny. He like beats the police there.
Yes,
he's already on the scene before the police.
He's touching the chainsaw marks on the door like it tells him a story.
He's like, I know who this is.
They're back. They're back.
And they're immediately like, why the fuck are you here? And he's like, don't ask me questions like that, son. But it's like, why are you here, dude? You're just like a private citizen. Get out of here.
But he's dressed like a state trooper with the cowboy hat.
He's got the little short jacket, the bell bottom, like Sansa belt, like
all color match.
Khaki slacks. Oh yeah, bolo tie. It's great. Great. So he's basically activated because he's like, this cannibalistic family that did these crimes, they're back, and I gotta stop. Only me.
Stop. Only no one else believes that they're still out there except for me.
That's right. Which leads to my opinion, the best part of the movie.
Where he goes to get the chainsaws?
Yes. That's the best part of this movie.
Okay, so he goes to a place called Cutright. Like Cutright Chainsaw's place. That is the Mean-Eyed Cat in Austin. That's
is it really?
Yeah. That bar is still there in downtown Austin. So
I used to eat lunch there all the time when I worked next door.
They extended it, they made it bigger, and in the background of the porch there, when he walks up, there's like a tree. And on that tree, you could see like they've got chainsaws stuck in it, kind of like that's how they're advertising them for sale. That tree's still at the Mean-Eyed Cat. Yeah, in the movie. And Mean-Eyed Cat, they still have that branch right there, so you can check it out. It's like one of the only pieces of the film that still exist. But go on, Joe. Tell me about your moment here. What did you like?
It's just awesome. He walks in. He doesn't speak to the guy. The guy's like the proprietor's doing something else. And first of all, this place, maybe these places existed. I don't know. But there's like 40 chainsaws just hanging, multiple sizes, different uses. They're all like hanging on this wire fence. And he's like, he like gets them down. He gets the two small ones. And he's like clearly like not thinking about, hey, is this great for like getting rid of some dead limbs? It's more like, how can I use this? How can I wield these chainsaws? Which is hilarious. Great scene. Yeah. Then he puts a bunch of cash down. So he takes two small ones and then a huge one. And he goes out and the guy's like, oh, you want to try that out? Because there's like a stump there, which is what we're seeing on the on the screen right now.
The one in the background by the door, that's the one that's still at Mean-Eyed Cat.
Okay, got it. Hopper like gets it going. He's like, and it's clearly that he's doing it because he doesn't get it started right away. He's like yanking it. He finally goes and he just like goes crazy. He's, instead of just like cutting into the wood, he's like,
so allegedly hilarious. He had never used a chainsaw before. And when he started to do it, the crew was like, what are you doing?
He's like smacking the wood with the chainsaw.
Yeah, he's not like, when you use a chainsaw, you like put it on there and like you cut through it, right?
Right.
But now he's like hitting it sideways and just like chopping at it.
It's hilarious.
It's so awkward. Yeah.
I thought he was trying to replicate how the Leatherface chopped up the
Same.
door. Right?
I thought the same. But it was still hilarious, and that's the hard moment for me. That's my favorite scene of the movie, and it's 10 minutes in. It's all downhill from here, guys.
Anyways, that part was. Did you think it was so strange that he was like got to fight fire with fire?
No, I love it. I think it's
Really?
awesome. Yeah.
Did he even have a gun?
No.
No.
I was expecting one too. No, he did not. No firearm, no badge.
Just chainsaws. He had 3 chainsaws. He had 2 small ones and then the long sword version on his back.
And later on, when he goes to the amusement park, when he tracks them down, Chop Top, that motherfucker, and Leatherface, he has like a bandolier setup.
Yes.
Where the chainsaws are like holstered.
Yeah.
It's like, where did this come from? I don't know. Hilarious. Don't ask questions.
Yes.
That was great. Great part of this movie.
I agree. I think that's one of the better parts of this movie.
And he's like very hard bitten. He's like quoting scripture and
so that's what I'm talking about. When he was like method, he was like walking around set, just like quoting scripture the whole time.
It makes no sense most of the time, which is great.
He's just talking about the devil and Satan and got to cleanse them and all this other stuff. But so anyways, some more scenes in this movie that are kind of noteworthy. We get the kind of the alignment between Stretch the DJ and Dennis Hopper's character, and they're basically saying like, we got to get these guys. Those guys show up to the radio station and they're just like absolutely unhinged.
This is the worst scene. This
scene is 30 minutes long.
It's insane.
It's a really long scene where we get like some back and forth, like chasing and like we get a kill. This kill was actually pretty hard, and I'm actually surprised that this wasn't one of the hard moments for one of us. Is basically Chop Top hits one of the co-workers of Stretch at the radio station, hits him over the head, and starts just like beating his head with a hammer.
Yeah.
And you get some cool Tom Savini effects, like where you get like the blood shooting up. This is the type of stuff that would have been in Fangoria magazine. Do you remember that one, Joe?
I do remember.
I think this is probably where they walked the thin line of, is this an MA X-rated movie?
Yeah.
Just the constant like, doo.
Yeah, because they don't just like hit him once and kill him. They drag it out and they're just like hitting him over the head over and over and over.
But he survives.
So they take his body and they take him back to their lair.
They're fucking idiots.
And this scene where they basically start tearing him apart.
Yeah.
Okay. I tell me you didn't laugh just like a little bit when Leatherface got the turkey cutter knife out.
So dumb. Here's the thing. And I struggled with this because I think the original, like we said, is really good. I think it's super influential and it's like a pillar of horror. And this kind of desecrates that a little bit. And I think it's only allowed to because Tobe Hopper directed the original movie. But like Leatherface in the first movie is really scary. And you don't see him that much. And they like kind of play with like creeping, like atmospheric dread in the original. Kind of like, it makes me think a little bit of like Alien, the original Alien, Ridley Scott Alien, 1979. Where it's like they build towards Leatherface and he's not in the movie a lot, but when he's around, you're like, holy shit, this is fucking scary. This movie, I was just like, you know how, Greg, you talk a bunch of shit about how you could like wrist lock RoboCop and you could beat the Predator in a jiu-jitsu match.
Come on, chill out.
Dude, you could 100% take Leatherface in this movie.
Well, thank you.
Well, he's kind of like a doofus.
Yeah.
You know?
Give him he can have the chainsaw roaring and I'd be like, Greg's got this. No problem.
Like
I have no qualms.
You're like not even paying attention. You're gonna go back to doom scrolling on your phone.
Yep. I'm like, here, take my money. It's all on Greg. He's got
Greg.
this.
Leatherface is here.
Let it be known. Greg 1, Leatherface 0.
Now Leatherface in the original would chop you in half.
Whoa.
But in this movie, I think you could take him.
Well, put a pair of tits on Greg, and he might stand a chance of living a little longer. We're not gonna skip over that, huh?
No.
Oh, that's right. We didn't really talk about that. So there's like a weird love scene, sex scene, if you will. Leatherface
while the
revolting.
homeboy's getting fucking doofed
over the head.
constantly.
It's
In
ridiculous.
the other room, you got fucking Leatherface trying to get his way.
I mean, yeah.
Hey,
But,
I'm
but
curious.
again, it's like, why is this in here?
Mark, had you ever seen this movie before?
No,
What did you think of that scene?
unnecessary. Just
Absolutely
fucking
unnecessary.
so
why?
Because
Because it's never touched on again. It makes no sense. It has nothing
It
to do with
is kind of
his
touched
character.
on because he kind of helps her again at the end.
All right. I mean, okay.
Right? Am I wrong?
That's a stretch. Get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's great though. Let's remind our audience. Caroline Williams is worth watching this movie, second only to Dennis Hopper being out of his mind.
Yes. Anyway, so she's following them because they took the body of her coworker. They think he's dead. She ends up back in their lair. She falls in a trap and she gets tied up in a corner. But during that process, Leatherface is basically like cutting apart her coworker. Like you hear him like cutting with like a turkey cutter knife. And
Electric knife.
an electric knife, yeah. And he like pulls up this giant piece of skin. You're like, whoa. Then you hear him doing some more stuff, and then he like pulls up and he's got the dude's face in his hand.
But it's like stupid.
Hey, so that face was actually Tom Savini's.
Oh, I believe that.
Yeah, like he made a mold of his own face for that scene.
Yeah.
I was like, that's
never in this part was I like, oh my God, terrifying. I was like, this is fucking all right.
This is not a terrifying.
I was
movie.
kind of the opposite. I was like, man, that's kind of gross. I think
it's definitely gross.
I wrote in my notes where I was like, man, if that was me and someone put
Would you
a
barf?
face, I'd throw up immediately.
Hold on,
He would
explain what happened, Mark.
He would go, so Leatherface, he sees Stretch standing there, and I guess he's trying to hide her maybe, or like make her fit in. I don't know I don't know the breakdown of why he does this, but he fucking Simbas her. He fucking puts the face on her, and she just takes it, and then he puts a hat on her, and ties her up and says howdy doody. But I would vomit profusely.
I mean, it's gross.
If you put that on my face.
But Mark, were you like, oh my God, this is
well,
scary.
I think that went out the window, Joe.
Yeah, I was like, and that's the thing where it's like, I don't know. This is where like the competing parts of this movie are like, is Tobe Hooper trying to be scary here, or is he like, this is just so ridiculous?
I think it's just so over the top.
Yeah,
it's enjoy the ride, because from the DJ scene, from the radio station scene forward,
yeah,
it just cannon balls.
Yeah,
way
it's like
off the deep
Spaceballs
end.
almost.
Yes.
Yeah, you're like, what? It's like a
Yes.
parody of itself almost.
Yes, that's exactly what they were trying to do with this movie. And I think, Joe, you're right in the fact that if anyone else had done this, this wouldn't have worked. But because it's
Right.
the original director, he can get away with it.
For sure.
You're able to make fun of yourself, right? I think that's the general thing. Like,
Yeah.
I can make something and make fun of it. If someone else does it, makes fun of it, then they kind of look like an asshole.
Right.
But he can do it.
How does Dennis Hopper get there?
So
He just like shows up.
He was using her as bait, and he
Oh.
followed
Mhm.
her,
Okay.
and so he followed her back to their lair over there.
And this is where he gets all geared up with his 3 chainsaws.
Yeah, he gets and he like shows up and he's like, tear it all down. He starts like cutting all.
Yeah, that's
the...
hilarious too.
Send him
like-
back to hell.
He just goes crazy. Yeah.
Dude, he has a great one-line moment before he goes in. He's
Yeah.
like pumping himself up. This is my hard moment, but he's pumping himself up outside of the amusement park. He's talking and spitting. He says, "Oh Lord, help me beat this stranger that walks beside me and takes away my strength." And he fucking and
And then
goes
doesn't
in.
he
I was
just
like,
scream?
dude.
He's like, ah!
Yeah, and he runs in.
And there's nobody there.
And he fucking goes in. I thought he was gonna like, and when he runs in, I thought he was gonna like buzz and like buzz the fence. He just like calmly opens the fucking gate.
Ah,
Oh, Ron, that
Yeah,
was my
Hopper's
hard
selling it.
moment.
He's
That was
selling it.
good.
Hey, like Dennis Hopper does a bunch of these the acting in this just solo,
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
good point. Yeah,
Like-
he's like he doesn't have any scene partners. You're
dude.
right.
He's basically 2007 LeBron James, Cleveland Cavaliers, carrying the shit out of this movie. If he wasn't in this,
Yeah,
I
it
feel
would be
like this
fucking
would have
terrible.
it would have been a hard watch. But
Caroline's
because
trying hard, but
she's
Hopper,
really
yeah.
trying, but
Yeah.
his charisma and it just fully resonates what they were trying to do.
I agree.
The whole campy thing.
Yeah.
He nails it.
I agree. I think that's nail on the head with it. Ultimately, we kind of get a big showdown here. Where,
Dude, how about the jump on the table?
oh my god,
Like the most, the most
take
like,
it, Joe.
Well, there's a scene where we finally get like there's a bunch of stuff going on and like
The grandpa comes out.
yeah, the grandpa who's like he's like the patriarch who's got this
And he's
like,
got the hammer.
130 years old.
He's old, and he also runs this like chili cook-off, which we are led to believe involves some human remains being put in there and all this shit. Okay, whatever.
Hey, that was real meat on the table, and it was actually rotten. And
Oh, gross.
people on the set were constantly throwing up because of the smell.
Jesus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's okay.
It's hardcore.
Well, that's hardcore. Well, basically, Chop Top is looking. He's trying to go after Stretch, our girl, and so that leaves Dennis Hopper to face off with Leatherface, and he's like, they're like,
you can't say it with a
clashing.
straight face.
I can't because they're like clashing, chainsaws, and there's a scene where Dennis Hopper's standing on a table and Leatherface is down at on the ground level, and Leatherface very slowly brings his chainsaw across where Dennis Hopper's shins would be so that Dennis Hopper can jump, and the chainsaw goes underneath and Dennis Hopper lands on the table. And I was like, oh man, that was the big stunt of this movie. It's bad, but we get like they're fighting and it's good. Hopper's awesome. He finally like stabs he gets down to the 2, doesn't he?
Yeah,
He's got the 2.
yeah,
going.
because he sticks.
He fucking
yeah,
brings the 2 out.
yeah. That's
hard.
good. That's hard.
And for the most part, I mean, like that's the movie. Like, there's not
That's
like
the movie.
there's not like a crazy ending here.
It ends kind of weird, no?
A little
It
bit.
just like
assume-
stops.
You assume Hopper is dead.
Yep.
Because one of the older guys has a grenade and he's like bunkered underneath, and
We assume he's
all,
dead
"Where's-"
too.
He's all, "Where's that fucking?" I forgot what his. He's all, "Where's that fucking Randy or some shit?" He calls the grenade, and he pulls it, yanks. He gets fucking stabbed in the back, and chunks.
I
the
think
grenade.
he
So
kills Hopper
I think he
you
kills all
assume
3 of them.
everyone
and Leatherface and himself.
They're
and then
all dead.
Stretch kills
Chop top.
Chop Top, which is
It
great.
was cool. I think it was cool that they had the grandma, I guess.
Yeah.
There's
in the
there's a little part in there where you see the chainsaw and it says the saw is family.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
interesting.
the thing that I noticed at the end was after she hits him with the chainsaw, he falls off this tower, dies. Not badly enough. I could have watched him die many different ways because I hate
Not
this
good
guy.
enough.
He's the worst.
Not good
fucking
enough for
character.
Joe.
He's the worst character ever. And she like does this thing with the chainsaw that's basically what Leatherface does at the end of the first movie, which is
Oh,
at the end of the first movie is so scary
Yes, because he's
because
like
he comes into the
swinging it.
yes, and then it cuts to black and you're like, oh my god. In this movie, again, like most of this movie, it is pulling from the original and parodying it, and that's kind of what ends up happening with the end of this film, and then it's over. And that's it.
And just ends.
Just stops.
I do want to talk about that set. I think the set was really, really badass.
Hmm.
The whole time Dennis Hopper's going around like trying to destructure it, and he cuts like fucking 8 beams and it still stands. They're still in this big fucking room with like multiple ways of leaving, and the set design, the color, it almost looked like the Grinch's lair. If you've seen Jim Carrey's
Yeah, that's a
The
good call.
Grinch.
That's a good call.
Yeah, man, it looked really, really cool. I had to appreciate it as far like as wild as that ending was.
You know, it doesn't come down very easily when he's cutting all these like load bearing support beams.
Not at
I
all.
want to know who the contractor was that built this, and they're like, no, we need it like this, and we need the angles and more scary.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like you would expect him when he goes into like, because he gets in there and there's no one there, so he's like, "What do I do?" And you expect him to like maybe start knocking stuff down, and it's just
He
like
kicks a hole in the wall, and there's
he
like
kicks a hole in the wall.
all the body parts and blood start pouring out from behind the wall.
Yeah, that's crazy. But he
That was
doesn't
cool.
when he's using the chainsaw. It's not destructive. Like he'll cut a beam and nothing happens. Like the beam just cuts. You're like, oh.
Also,
Okay.
there's one point in the movie where he uses the skeleton hand,
Oh yeah, to try
to
and
get stretched.
like
Also,
she's falling down the hole.
Oh, that was fucking crazy.
And he like
That was
grabs something
awesome.
near him so he can
He's like,
extend
grab
it.
onto this, girl.
And then she reaches
And
and
it's
it's a skeleton hand.
And it doesn't win, it breaks.
oh
man.
man.
And he looks at it, he
This
goes, throws it down.
This movie
Some
fucking
little
sucks.
gems in this one.
So there's
I-
some overall, this is not a good movie, but it's got some gems in it. Dennis Hopper is awesome in it. Stretch is good in it. She's a good scream queen in my opinion. And there's a lot of lore involved with this movie. As far as like the Chainsaw Massacre universe goes, like we said, it's kind of confusing. I think there's 4 different timelines altogether in that franchise.
Mhm.
So it's kind of, I don't think it's as bad as Halloween, but it's getting up there with the continuation of the making of these movies. Overall, Joe, what would you give this movie?
I mean, this is a 2-star.
Yeah,
It's
I agree.
It's fun.
I think it's a
fun.
2-star movie.
Yeah, like it's a B movie that knows it's a B movie, that says we are a B movie. Look at all the stuff we're doing. That's B. And
Yes, that's exactly it. I agree.
so if you go into this being like, I want to be scared, or I want like a fresh take on Texas Chainsaw Massacre, this movie's not for you. It is, but I do think I think it's a worthy entry in the series if you're aware or have seen the original, because it definitely turns some of the elements of that movie on its head, which I think is fun. You know, we never really got that with Halloween, which is my favorite series probably when it comes to these movies, although the
Wow.
Exorcist series is sick. But like there's different versions of Halloween and different takes on it, but never anything where it's like, all right, we're going to parody this mute stalker who's huge and doesn't get killed. And that's basically what they did here. Is they're like, we're taking this very consequential horror film and we're going to screw it all up and shake it up, throw it around, see what comes out. And that's what you get here.
Yeah, I agree. I'd give it 2 stars as well. I think that this is one of those movies, if you look on the TV guide, you're like, remember they used to put the stars on the TV guide, Joe?
Oh,
like on
yeah.
the paper
Oh,
one?
yeah.
Yeah, you would see like 2 stars, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, and it would have the description. You'd be like,
Yeah.
cannibals, chili contest. You'd be like, it's late at night. I'm in. I'm going to watch this.
I'll watch this. You know what? I'll tell you this. If you go onto YouTube and just Google Dennis Hopper picking out the chainsaws, that's if you're not for this whole movie, that's a worthy scene to watch, because it might actually hook you on being like, maybe I should check this movie out, because that scene is pretty funny and cool.
And look, this is what you do. I'm going to get real close to my mic.
Oh, Mark, did you
I
give us a
also,
rating?
I did not. I'm going to give this a 2.5.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Here, I'm going to paint a picture. It's late Halloween. You're sitting there alone. You really want to watch. I'm talking here, Greg. Rude. Unreal. You really want to watch the Jessica Biel Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You can't.
Why?
It's $3.
Why do you want to
You
watch
don't
that
want to
one?
spend that kind of money. You don't want to spend that kind of money. It's too late. You just ordered pizza. What you want to do, you've already seen the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You want to watch this one. You want to open up a Miller Lite. You want to maybe smoke a Marlboro Red.
Inside.
Inside, turn this movie on and watch Leatherface come.
Well, I think you make a good point because this is the only one of the series that is free on Amazon Prime, which maybe
100%.
says something. You have to
Do
rent
not
the other
watch.
ones.
Do not watch the new one on Netflix. This is a warning. Do not watch the Gen Z Texas Chainsaw Massacre where they drive around in Tesla. Do not.
I never saw that one.
Good.
It's bad. It's not good.
What do you give this?
Fucking
2.5?
awful. 2.5 because I would put this on. I would drink a fucking 6-pack of Modelo's and smoke cigarettes inside and watch Leatherface bust a nut.
Yeah, that's I could do without that part of it. But
Well, you have to watch it because it's a 30-minute long scene.
that scene is way too long in the radio.
The foreplay is crazy. I wasn't expecting that.
The radio, like, oh my god, that scene. That's half the fucking movie. It's so long.
Oh my god.
All right.
Greg's movie, by the way.
Greg's pick. Not surprising. If you understand Greg at all, that may mean that you avoid this movie, or that may mean that you are diving straight into it. But he definitely selected this.
I did. I might regret it. It was
This wasn't a Bubba Hotep.
No, I like Bubba Hotep more
but
than
this is not the first time, Mark. Back me up here. That we've had a conversation after a Greg selection from Greg on whether or not we should actually do the movie.
Because I guess we did have the Evil Dead.
Yeah.
And now we had Bubba Hotep.
Well,
now we have this.
We canceled Spirited Away as well. We were going to do Spirited Away, and that was one I was pushing for. But after we watched it, there's just too much going on in that movie. There's too much to talk about. This
has happened more than once where Greg's been like, let's do this movie. And we watch it, and he's like, I don't know if we should do this movie. It's like, we fucking watched it already. Are we doing it or not? Oh. And he tried it on this one, and we made him stick to his guns. But I think it was worth it. Yeah, this is worth the discussion.
It was worth it.
Yeah.
Cool. Anyways, so stay tuned because I think Joe and Mark both have movies coming up this month. And then
we got a wild card pick that we all have to agree on, which we don't know what that is yet.
We'll all agree on one at the very end. So we'll see what's up next. But
should we talk about our sponsor? Brought to you as usual.
Brought to you as usual by
the wonderful
Choju
Restore.
How's your jiu-jitsu going, Joe?
Well, ever since I started taking Choju, it's been off the charts, rocketing up the charts.
I've seen you hitting moves that I never saw you hit before, and I was going to ask if you've been hitting that
supercharged, baby.
And Jesus.
Choju's Restore is a delicious clean hydration powder designed to help athletes rapidly rehydrate and recover faster after training. It's packed with 29 different electrolytes, amino acids, and essential minerals that the human body needs for peak performance and recovery. This can go across the board. You don't have to be an athlete. You probably should be doing something with your body just to survive.
This isn't a sit on the couch type of drink.
Well, you could do that. I just don't know it's going to help. It tastes good, but that may not help you do anything if you're just sitting on the couch. But if you go to Choju, that's CHOJU wellness.com. That's where you get all the information. If you need to do some science stuff, you can check out all the ingredients. You can order. They give you a free shaker bottle, I think, or at least they used to. I don't know if that's still going, but we are proud to represent Choju.
Tell them Prime Cut sent you.
Yeah, tell them Prime Cut sent you when you talk to somebody. If you talk to a customer service person. We don't have a promo code for you this time, but whatever. Go to Choju.
Promo code Prime Cut.
Yeah, try that out. Try out the Prime Cut promo code.
We'll see if it works. Let us know.
ChojuWellness.com. Check it out.
Anyways, my name's Greg.
Else?
I pretty much hate everything that we watch.
Even this movie that you picked.
Mark?
Well, Joe has to go
I got to find it. I really haven't memorized this yet. And I screwed up the last one.
It's crazy because you're reading it.
No. Well, no, it was you know what it was? It was the opening. I got the order wrong. Let me see here.
He's flipping through his notebooks, people.
It's something like, I'm here to tell you what you should watch or something.
Oh my God.
I'm Joe and I'm here to recommend the movies you should see.
That was good. That was a good delivery too.
Pretty good,
I like that. I'm Mark, and season 6, here we are, not canceled.
You talked about some cancelable stuff though. You went back to the well on the cancelable stuff to this time.
I don't think that's cancelable at all.
It was controversial. The Leatherface weird sex stuff. You really wanted to hit that. And usually you're supposed to be like the responsible one. Just want to point that out.
It happens in the movie that we're telling people
You
to watch.
talked about it a lot, bro.
It's cool, man.
It's cool.
When are you going to see that?
True. That's true. Well, on that note, I think we'll let you go and hey, gear up because you're getting one a week in the month of October. You're getting one a week.
Geared up.
So people have been asking, like, did you guys quit? Is the podcast over? No, it's not. We're just saving up. And now that we're here in October, you're getting 4, one a week.
You've already been hit.
Do your homework. And we'll talk to you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.